Welcome to Stoic Daily Stoicism. Today's video isn't just another talk about dating tips, attraction gimmicks, or shallow tricks. What we're going to uncover is something much deeper, something timeless. See, most men assume attraction is built on luck, wealth, or genetic lottery. They believe it's about looking a certain way, driving a flashy car, or always having the right lines ready. But here's the reality. Real attraction, the kind that grips someone's mind and lingers in their thoughts, comes from something far more profound. It's not about chasing. It's not about proving yourself. And it's definitely not about begging for validation. It's true attraction, the kind that transforms into obsession, springs from psychology, presence, and the way you carry yourself through life. It's about the way you move, the way you pause, the way you discipline yourself. Women, don't become obsessed with men who are ordinary, predictable, or easy to read. They become obsessed with men who leave an impression, who walk away leaving an unanswered question in the air, who radiate self-mastery without ever having to say it out loud. Obsession isn't created by trying harder. It's created by living with intention, with restraint, and with composure. The men who master this don't plead for attention, they inspire it. They understand that mystery, discipline, and self-respect make a woman think about them long after the moment has passed. The paradox is simple. Attraction fades when you overdo things, when you show neediness, when you try to force it. But it grows stronger when you step back, when you show restraint, when you create space for her curiosity. The smallest actions, when done with authority and composure, leave the largest mark. These are the actions that flip the script and make her wonder what makes him so different? Why can't I stop thinking about him? And once that question enters her mind, it doesn't leave easily. In today's video, I'm going to break down 5 powerful moves that make women not just attracted, but obsessed. These are not gimmicks. They are timeless behaviors rooted in human psychology and even in Stoic philosophy. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly how to carry yourself in a way that lingers in her mind and makes your presence unforgettable. Let's dive in. Point 1. The power of calm silence. Imagine this. You're sitting across from someone, maybe at dinner or during a casual conversation. Most men, in that moment, scramble to fill every pause with chatter. They crack jokes, they over-explain, they rush to prove they're interesting. But here's the truth: silence, when mastered, it's far more powerful than words. Women are used to men talking too much, trying too hard, or revealing everything too soon. That's ordinary. But the man who embraces silence stands out immediately. Think of silence not as emptiness, but as presence. Silence allows pauses to carry weight. It creates tension. And that tension is not awkwardness, it's intrigue. It makes her lean in, wondering what's on your mind. Silence signals confidence. Why? Because it shows you don't feel pressured to perform or entertain. You're comfortable enough in your own skin to let stillness speak for you. This kind of silence makes her imagination come alive. Instead of you spelling everything out, she fills in the blanks. She starts wondering, what is he thinking? What is he feeling? Why isn't he scrambling like everyone else? Curiosity is one of the strongest triggers of attraction. And silence sparks curiosity better than any pickup line ever could. Most men revealed too much too soon. They talk endlessly, handing over their entire personality in one sitting. The mysterious Mantha, one who allows silence, forces her to invest energy into him. She replays the conversation later in her mind, analyzing your pauses, interpreting your body language, trying to decode you. That replay in her head. That's where obsession begins. But don't confuse silence with passivity. It's not about sitting there with nothing to contribute. It's about knowing when to speak, when to pause, and when to let the air breathe. It's about intentional silence, not empty silence. And here's the secret. Silence is not weakness. It's control. And control is magnetic. In a world of noise, social media noise, texting noise, constant distraction, the man who can command silence stands out as rare. Rare things are valuable. When you master calm silence, you flip the dynamic. Instead of you working to impress her, she starts working to understand you. She becomes the one doing the mental chasing. And in her mind, you become unforgettable. 2. Leading without needing approval. Now let's move to the second move. Leading without needing approval. Women are drawn to certainty the way humans are drawn to warmth on a cold night. Certainty is magnetic because it communicates strength, stability, and direction. Think about it. How many men hesitate, overthink, and constantly seek reassurance? Where do you want to eat? Is this okay with you? Do you think I should? That constant second guessing doesn't feel like leadership. It feels like insecurity. But the man who moves with decisiveness, who makes choices with calm clarity, immediately sets himself apart. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Something as small as choosing the restaurant, setting the meeting time, or planning the date speaks volumes. It says, I know where I'm going. Come with me. This doesn't mean arrogance. It doesn't mean ignoring her input or being controlling. It means you carry yourself with intention. And that intention creates momentum. When you lead, you create a sense of stability. Women feel safer around men who know how to take charge because decisiveness removes uncertainty. It shows you're capable of handling responsibility. And responsibility is deeply attractive. There's a Stoic principle here too. Marcus Aurelius wrote about moving with purpose, about aligning your actions with reason instead of hesitation. A man who knows his values and makes decisions from them doesn't wobble. And people, especially women, trust that. Here's the paradox. When you lead without needing approval, you give her space to relax into the dynamic. She doesn't feel like she has to guide you, correct you, or push you. Instead, she invests. In following your lead, this kind of leadership doesn't scream for attention. It whispers certainty. And in a world full of men who can't decide what they want for dinner, the man who moves with intention is unforgettable. 3. Detachment from outcome. The third move is perhaps the most difficult, but also the most powerful. Detachment from outcome. Here's the paradox of human relationships. The less you need someone, the more magnetic you become. The more you cling, the more they push away. The more you detach, the more they chase. Most men crumble under pressure. They fall into the trap of over-investing emotionally before anything is even built. They want reassurance, validation, constant signs of interest. But this dependency kills attraction instantly. The man who is detached from the outcome, however, radiates strength. He's not emotionally gambling everything on whether she says yes or no, whether she texts back right away, whether the night ends a certain way. His energy says, I am whole on my own. You're not here to complete you're here to share time with me. That kind of detachment is intoxicating. It flips the dynamic. Instead of you trying to win her over, she starts trying to win you over. She wonders why you're not desperate, why you're so steady, why you could walk away without hesitation. Detachment doesn't mean apathy. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're not controlled by the outcome. You value yourself enough that you don't collapse if things don't go as planned. This is where Stoicism comes in strongly. The Stoics taught us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. You can't control someone else's feelings, decisions, or reactions. You can only control how you carry yourself. When you embody detachment, you project unshakable calm. That calm is rare. And because it's rare, it becomes attractive. She starts wondering why you don't seem fazed, why you're not scrambling, why you seem at peace. And that curiosity draws her in deeper. Detachment from outcome is freedom. And freedom is magnetic. For a scarcity of attention, let's talk about attention. In today's world, attention is currency. Social media thrives on it. Influencers sell it. Entire industries are built around stealing it. And yet, most men bankrupt themselves by giving their attention away too freely. They respond instantly. They make themselves overly available. They pour energy into every interaction, even when it's not reciprocated. And in doing so, they communicate one dangerous thing. My time is not valuable. But high-value men understand something crucial. Tension becomes more powerful when it's scarce. Scarcity increases desire. Think about it. When something is rare, we instinctively want it more. Diamonds are valuable not because they're the most useful resource, but because they're rare. Your attention works the same way. When your time, energy, and focus are selective, every moment with you feels more important. Every text, every conversation, every meeting carries weight. Instead of being taken for granted, you become someone. She looks forward to hearing from someone she thinks about when you're not around. Scarcity doesn't mean ignoring her or playing childish games. It means you give your attention with purpose, not recklessly. It means you don't overexpose yourself. And here's the irony. By giving less, you actually give more. Because the attention you do give feels meaningful, intentional, and valuable. In psychology, this is called the scarcity principle. When people perceive something as rare, they assign it higher value. Women are no different. If your attention is easily accessible, it loses value. If it's scarce, it becomes AD.